Colorado's uncertain future. Can the Coach Prime effect survive if Deion Sanders' health forces him to step away? Boulder, Colorado. A cloud of uncertainty now looms over Folsom Field. For months, the Coach Prime phenomenon has been more than a college football storyline. It's been a movement. It has electrified Boulder, reshaped recruiting culture, and made the Colorado Buffaloes one of the most talked-about programs in America. But with Deion Sanders' health once again making headlines, an unsettling question has emerged. What happens to Colorado football if Coach Prime can no longer coach? The Buffaloes, now 0-3 in Big 12 conference play and 2-4 overall, face not just a performance crisis on the field, but a deeper existential concern about their future off it. As they prepare to host the Iowa State Cyclones on Saturday, the buzz surrounding the team has shifted from game day excitement to concern for the man who made this transformation possible. A shocking admission from Coach Prime after Colorado's recent loss to TCU, Sanders revealed he was once again battling serious health complications. "I've got a doctor's appointment on Monday to see what time it is," Sanders said candidly, a haunting metaphor suggesting he knows the clock may be ticking, not just on his coaching career but on his physical well-being. At 58, Sanders has faced more health challenges in the past few years than most coaches encounter in a lifetime. His battle with blood clots has been public and painful. In 2023, he underwent emergency surgery to treat clots in his legs. This summer, he had another surgery to remove his bladder after doctors discovered a tumor. Despite the pain and surgeries, Sanders has remained on the sidelines, passionate, animated, and committed. But on Saturday, he admitted something no one wanted to hear. His leg was throbbing. It was a small sentence, but one that sent shockwaves through Boulder and the entire college football world. The weight of the Coach Prime effect. Since Deion Sanders' arrival in late 2022, Colorado football has transformed from an afterthought into a national spectacle. His charisma, confidence, and unapologetic approach to coaching turned the Buffaloes into must-see TV. Within weeks of his hiring, merchandise sales skyrocketed, national TV networks lined up to broadcast Colorado games, and recruits who had never considered CU suddenly wanted to be part of the Prime revolution. Through the first 6 weeks of this season, 4 of Colorado's games were nationally televised on ESPN, drawing the second highest viewership in college football, behind only Oregon. The numbers are staggering for a team that's still rebuilding and struggling to stay competitive in the Big 12. Deion Sanders' stature transcends sports, CU Boulder Chancellor Philip DiStefano said when Sanders was hired. His hiring elevates not only the football program but the university as a whole. Indeed, it wasn't just about football. Sanders' presence gave CU a national identity. He brought Hollywood to the foothills, blending entertainment with athletics, swagger with strategy. But now, the university is facing a sobering possibility. What if that charisma disappears from the sidelines? The unthinkable. A Colorado without Prime behind closed doors. There's growing concern about the sustainability of the Coach Prime effect. Sanders' presence alone has been a magnet for elite recruits. His speeches go viral. His practice sessions trend online. His sons, Shadur and Shiloh, became household names in large part because of the family dynamic he fostered. If Sanders were forced to step away, even temporarily, it could deal a significant blow to the program's recruiting, momentum, and national visibility. High school athletes across the country commit to Colorado not just for the program's history, but for the chance to play for Deion Sanders, a Hall of Famer who speaks their language and represents the new era of college football culture. The question on everyone's mind, would those same players still come if Sanders isn't there? Health versus legacy. Deion Sanders is not one to show weakness. Throughout his career, both as an athlete and coach, he has projected toughness, faith, and fearlessness. But even for someone nicknamed Prime Time, there comes a point where the body demands rest. Sanders' medical history paints a worrisome picture. The blood clots that first appeared in 2021 have returned multiple times. In previous interviews, he's revealed that he had 2 toes amputated due to circulation issues. The surgeries, medications, and constant medical monitoring have taken a toll. Still, Sanders has continued coaching, walking on the sidelines in pain, determined to lead by example. But as his condition worsens, many in Boulder, and from fans to administrators, are quietly wondering if it's time for him to prioritize his health over the game. "He's the toughest man I know," said one team staffer privately. But even the toughest people have limits. The coach prime effect beyond the sidelines, what makes Deion Sanders different from most college coaches is that his influence extends beyond the X's and O's. He's not just coaching football. He's shaping culture. His presence brought cameras, celebrities, and sponsorships to Boulder. Under his leadership, Colorado became a cultural phenomenon, a blend of athletic grit and entertainment spectacle. But if Sanders is forced to take time off, Colorado's athletic department will face the challenge of maintaining that energy. Can the school keep the momentum going without the man who created it? The athletic department has reportedly discussed contingency plans. While no one is publicly entertaining the idea of Sanders stepping down, internal conversations have focused on how to preserve the recruiting pipeline and the media attention if his health forces him to take a leave. Tuesday's press conference looms. The university is anxiously awaiting Sanders' scheduled press conference on Tuesday, where he is expected to give an update on his health. Many expect him to downplay the severity of his condition, as he often has. But the growing list of surgeries and flare-ups suggests this battle is far from over. Sanders' health struggles have reached a point where even his most loyal supporters acknowledge the possibility of an absence. Some fans fear that if Sanders steps away, even temporarily, Colorado's hard-earned national relevance could begin to fade. What happens if he steps away? If Sanders needs to take time off, the impact could be felt immediately. Recruiting could slow. Media coverage might taper. The national spotlight might shift to other programs. But perhaps most importantly, the emotional heartbeat of the team, the belief that anything is possible under Coach Prime, could falter. Still, Sanders' long-term influence might protect Colorado from total collapse. His sons remain key leaders on the roster, and his philosophy has deeply permeated the team culture. Even if he's not physically present, his fingerprints are everywhere, from the recruiting strategy to the team's motivational style. The challenge for Colorado would be to keep that energy alive without his daily presence. That means empowering his assistants, strengthening the program's internal leadership, and making sure the players continue to believe in the larger mission Sanders started. A legacy worth preserving. What Deion Sanders has accomplished in Boulder in less than 2 years is remarkable. He took a program that won just 1 game before his arrival and made it one of the most watched teams in America. He turned players into brands, practices into media events, and a struggling program into a cultural touchstone. If his health forces him to step back, Colorado's mission will be to ensure that transformation doesn't unravel. They must continue to build on the foundation he laid, not just the wins and losses, but the belief that college football can be bigger than the game itself. The final question right now. As Colorado prepares for Iowa State, the stakes are higher than ever. The team isn't just fighting for a conference win. It's fighting for an identity that may soon be tested. If Deion Sanders' health deteriorates to the point where he has to step away, can Colorado still thrive? Can the Prime effect survive without Prime himself? Those are the questions lingering over Boulder tonight. As one longtime fan put it outside Folsom Field, staring at the "We Believe" banners still hanging proudly, "Coach Prime changed everything here. I just hope he's around long enough to see it through."